Hey New Zealand, welcome to another episode of Import X.
Kia ora, people. Now, on our forum, we had an email sent to us from someone who thought that Mark and I were old news. And in response to that, we had a letter from an avid viewer, no less. It reads, "To the boys.
That's us.
No matter what anyone says, I love you guys.
Nice.
Keep up the good work, and don't forget to wash behind your ears before bedtime."
It's from your mum.
I love her.
We've got a wicked show for you this week. The tech piece, we go to the rotary engine gurus Kiwi RE.
And the DVD review this week is dead serious. In fact, it's called Serious Performance 8, which has a look at a couple of trick cars, including a turboed Honda S2000 and a sexy RX-8, plus the old angle box Anglia with an SR20 powered motor with a bit of drag test in action.
Plus, we've got a couple of wicked Kiwi My Rides.
And we have a catch up with Gadget and the Initial X Trueno.
So stick around for another half hour of hardcore Kiwi car porn right here
On Import X.
Look where we are.
Megan's Urban Glenfield.
North Shore.
That's right.
I got $2.
$1 down each.
2 sets of wheels, let's go.
Our DVD review this time is Serious Performance 8, produced by Serious Biz TV. Put your feet up and take a look at what I consider a pretty flash title.
Elias or Gerinos' Honda S2000 Turbo would hold its own against any supercar. The Fast Fours magazine cover car is now featured as a build car in the new Forza Motorsport game on Xbox.
Oh, it drives great. It drives like a normal car when you want it to be, and it drives like a weapon if you want it as well. So I'm pretty wrapped the way it goes.
And as Elias has done in real life, in Forza Motorsport you can buy upgrades and build an exact replica of Elias's car to within a kilowatt. First up is the turbo upgrade with a Garrett 700 roller bearing turbo. Next, a set of Rochester 1 litre injectors and a custom fuel rail fed by a custom manifold. Plasma Man racing intercooler and plumbing running an incredible 5 to 6 degrees above ambient. K&N air filter with 4-inch snout and custom 3-inch exhaust with dual 2.5-inch out the rear. And with all this power increase, we asked Elias about his brake upgrade.
I realised that I was struggling to stop and got into some hairy moments where I just couldn't stop quick enough. I had those same AP racing brakes on my Holden Ute, which I know stops really well, so we fitted them on.
Next, a complete Airwalker body kit, including front bumper and side...
Serious Performance 8 is very well put together. In this segment, I really love the Forza Motorsport versus real life build.
Rick Shaw's one of the first tuners in Australia to offer modified parts for the RX-8.
Well, after buying the RX-8 in its standard form from Mazda with the factory body kit on it, drove the car around for a little while, looked at it and thought there's some simple modifications we can do here to make it just that little bit better.
Opening up the exhaust was the first option, and not only does it breathe better, it actually sounds like a rotary. Add a set of variable rate springs, front and rear sway bars, ROH 3-piece wheels, AP racing brakes, and a piggyback computer with complete remapping, and you've got a vast improvement over the standard car.
I believe
Not that I'm complaining, but I wish our RX-8 had those mods. Anyway, back to the DVD.
Battle time, and Rick's out to prove his car is fast, really pushing hard. But Warren has the tight line looking very strong and closing under brakes. Coming into Momo corner, the Honda's right up the back of the Mazda. And easily passed as the turbo comes back on boost in third.
About 10 times Import X's budget must have gone into this title. Now, speaking of budget...
Well, including the cost of the car, I paid $27.50 for the car, plus probably spent another $8-10 on it. I did the majority of the work on my car myself with the help of
If you're not impressed with this DVD yet, then you're a tough cookie to please, as I reckon it's a pretty good one so far.
Kim Holt's SR20 engined 1959 Ford Anglia isn't shy about laying rubber. A fiery mix of short wheelbase and plenty of horsepower, it's an unusual weapon that really works. We first met Kim at the Queensland Jamboree, where he showed up to drag his Anglia for the first time, and we learned it was more than just a pretty paint job.
I had to show the rotary guys what it's all about, SR20's rule.
The SR20 turbo engine is built by SAS Dynotune, with a little headwork, cams with adjustable cam wheels, GT3540 hybrid turbo and front mount intercooler, all helping to achieve a nice 372 horsepower at the wheels. The detail on this car is amazing, with custom switchgear and flame interior, and not to be missed, high-tech custom door locks. The Anglia not only proved to be a crowd favourite, it was no slouch on the track, running a 12.4 on Kim's first few passes with a 60-foot time of 1.6, running to 90.7
If RX3s can be popular, then I say Anglias will make a comeback too after seeing this.
Hello and welcome to Helsinki, Finland. We're going to burn some rubber, do some burnouts, and do some other crazy things. It's going to be serious fun.
Remember what I said earlier about budgets? Now these guys head over to Europe.
Back in Europe, Heikki had another special car for us.
We have a very rare 1961 220 SE Mercedes with a compressor.
There's no denying that the Euros build amazing cars, and this Merc is very special. This is Euro gangster style at its best, and with F1 driver Mika Salo along to check it out, we couldn't resist.
I'm sure these excerpts will have you frothing at the mouth, so get to Mag and Turbo or Whitcoulls for your own. Top job, 9.5 out of 10.
Hey, my name's Tony. It's my 97 double cab Toyota Hilux, 18-inch chrome. Just got a new airbag set up from FLR Customs. It's a half-inch chassis tech kit. Runs pretty smooth, drag it quite a bit. Got 2 6-gallon tanks in the rear, 2 DC 5000 compressors, full notch, 6-inch notch, triangular 4-link, spindles in the front, blaze frame around, fresh respray, just been painted silver. There's no handles, poppers. Stock interior, stock motor, 2.4 litre. FLR Customs built pretty much the whole truck.
Gadgets Project Initial X. Last time we left you with the completion of our custom exhaust built in-house at Boosted Performance. Let's continue with the build. Over at Spray Tech Panel and Paint, Mark and the lads give our Trueno a birthday, grinding almost every inch of her to bare metal. Gadget sourced new fiberglass front quarters from Eugene at 86factory.com. And fitting them were as easy as screwing them up, keeping in mind the necessary gaps by the pop-up lights.
We get the gaps right so that everything looks nice.
It was a big job, so Gadget got as many people to help as he could.
He's High Speed and Laura.
And before long, the naked Trueno was in the spray booth ready for the new war paint to go on. Every nook and cranny painted, Initial X is starting to look slick. Back at Boosted Performance, the Trueno gets her undercarriage sealed with tar to keep rust at bay. The Cressida fuel pump was naffed, so we had to get a new one.
Fuel pump. Our new Walbro in-tank fuel pump. Fits a very universal pump, fits just about every application possible. A lot smaller, but it pumps a lot more fuel, pumps enough for about 500 horsepower. This is the old pickup. At the bottom we're going to run with the Walbro one. You just remove the cap here and fit this on with the filter. Put the little clip on the bottom. And there we have it. So it sits in there like that. There's the new pickup. Picks it up and it just wire these wires straight up to the original wires and it's done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it just slots back into the tank like so.
Straight in this time.
There we go.
Oh.
That bracket back on there. Bob's your uncle. This is the original fuel sender from the A85. So when your tank's full, it's like that. And when it's half there and empty down like that. Now, we've measured the resistance in this one and also in the standard Cressida one, and it's very similar. So we are going to run with the original Cressida fuel tank sender. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll read correctly, and if it doesn't, you got Jess to blame, because he said it will.
Now to the clutch.
This one is actually off a A86, but it didn't come with a push rod to push the actual fork, so I've made one, and we've had to space it out from the actual gearbox, the slave cylinder, because it's quite close at the bottom here, because it's not a A86 gearbox, it's a Toyota Hilux gearbox. And in this hole we had to cut a little bit bigger because the factory tunnel that we didn't actually modify was too close to this fork here. We couldn't, when it was stroking all the way out, it would be fully rubbing on the side here. So we had to cut out a hole, and now everything's all working fine. We'll just weld up a plate over the top and seal it.
It'll look mecha.
Under seal it, you won't even know that we cut it out. Here we have the original brake booster out of the A85. It will not fit in this space that we've got located for it. So we've sourced a brake booster out of a KE30 Corolla, which has got exactly the same stud pattern, but it's just half the size, and it actually fits in there with no modifications. And we've still got clearance between the engine and the brake booster, and we've also bought a brand new brake master cylinder. This is also for KE30 Corolla, and that fits straight on there like a glove. All the accelerator cable bracket was all in a different place, so yesterday we fabricated a new bracket here.
Looks nice.
Looks nice, yeah, the guy who made it's pretty onto it guy. And it fits up with a factory throttle cable, so we'll just put it on here, flip it over, hook it in, and put it on here. Like that, and then when I go through, give it some gas.
Mean, bro.
This is the original throttle body, and it used to have on here, a welder on the side was traction control, but we've cut that off, sliced it down there, but it also had a butterfly that went all the way through, and it had another butterfly like the throttle one back here that actually shut, obviously when the wheels started to spin. And
it's called traction
control, and it was controlled by this little bad boy. It used to sit on there, but it always used to sit in there like that. And we've cut it out just to get rid of the traction control, because we don't
make
want
it look
to have
clean and
control. Yeah, so we're throwing all this in the bin, ground it all down, and we're going to actually TIG weld that hole up so it looks nice.
This brake master cylinder here is the original one off this car. At first we thought the KE30 one would fit, and it did, but we didn't actually realise the original A86 one fitted straight into the KE30 brake booster, and it works out better because now we can just use the original brake lines. That one goes in there.
Initial X is well on its way, but not before Jess demonstrates his version of spooning on Project Initial X.
That's my normal, mate.
The car was totally stripped when I first saw it. I thought that's not a car, and then we started pulling everything off it, and it was just a bare shell, no glass, no interior, no doors, suspension, running gear, nothing. It was just a bare shell. And then I just built it for myself. It took me 6 months, and I haven't touched it for over 5 years. When I purchased it, I had to get all the chrome redone because it was all bent and buckled from age. Eden Electroclators did all that. It's got Savannah bonnet vents, which you can see, Savannah taillight lenses, Savannah lower lip nose cone. There's 17-inch vellons, which have been HPC coated and polished. The front end is adjustable coilover suspension, which has all been chrome plated. The springs have all been HPC coated. The rear end is Series 2 RX-7 with disc brake with a Series 2 diff head in it. It's got a Series 2 RX-7 5-speed gearbox. RES built the motor. It's got an RX-4 13B in it. It's a peripheral port, 51mm IDA with modified and enlightened rotors, 3mm carbons, 3 window bearing, cross-drilled eccentric shaft, modified stationary gears, 12mm fuel line, no return from a Mallory 110 gallon per hour fuel pump. The inside's all totally original except for the front 2 seats and obviously the Formula 1 steering wheel, Alpine head jack with 3 sets of components throughout the car, 2 amps in the boot. Just a weekend cruiser, take the kids out for a run, they love it.
Oh, back down here, Kiwi RE. Here's our mate Wazzy. How are you, brother?
Good, man.
Good to see you, man. Tell us what we've done.
Larger turbocharger.
So what did you have last time?
A smaller turbocharger.
Right, what's this one?
A larger turbocharger.
Now, you guys actually had a really good bit of news a couple of weeks ago with the car out of Puerto Rico, is that right?
Yeah, no, Major League Racing built everything here and sent it over in a box. They bolted it into the car and they went second fastest in the world.
What was the time?
681, 200 mile an hour.
Puerto Rico, Australia.
Puerto Rico's over here, mate.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, just over here. This is a very cool looking car.
It was an existing chassis with a V8 in it, with no engine gearbox. Put a Nissan 6-cylinder motor in it. Brought it down here, we put a Microtech on it, wired it up, dynoed it, took it to the track, went testing, and his best time to date's 9.9.
This is not a rotor.
We've got a bit of a philosophy here at Kiwi RE, you know, if it makes power, bring it on. With this motor, it's pretty much simplicity. It's a 3-litre Nissan motor, 6-cylinder, RB, with a 25 head on it. Hand-built induction system there. That's a T3 turbo,
right?
T3, T4 front. The turbo's not a large turbo,
no.
But being an automatic, it runs an auto transmission. Spooling the transmission up is quite important. Right. That's what gets you off the line quick.
It'll be running a stall converter.
Yes.
You get to show me revs, and then it goes forward.
That's exactly right. So if you rev it up to 5,000 RPM with your foot on the brake, it won't go anywhere till you go over 5.
It weighs pretty much nothing. The roof sounds like it's fiberglass.
It's all glass. The
whole car is glass, right? There's nothing to it. One teeny bit of aluminium tray is the only thing separating your ass from the ground. See here, all these dents? They're from the stones picked up from like street cars. What's that pedal there? That's the brake?
That's the brake, yeah.
It's left foot braking.
That's first gear.
Yep.
Bang it up to second, and that's it. That's
the end of your run. There's no more.
No more. 9 seconds.
All right. What's the red button?
Okay, the red button's the torque converter. It's to release, so you can use that button to release you off the line.
That's not a very thick windscreen.
No, it's Lexan. The thing about Lexan is it's very strong. It's very tough. And you can use it a lot thinner than glass. It's not actually lighter than glass, but you can make it a lot thinner and it still be strong.
What's the little exhaust for?
The larger one comes straight out of the back of the turbocharger,
right?
And the smaller one comes from the wastegate, which is in the exhaust system and the manifold there just before the turbo. When the motor's running and you're making boost,
right?
The boost controller operates the wastegate, which opens and allows the exhaust to bypass the turbocharger, which in turn regulates the boost.
I didn't think cars that had external wastegates needed biofilms.
Oh, okay. The wastegate's sole purpose is to control boost. So it's not integrated in the turbo, you have to fabricate it into the exhaust system prior to the turbocharger.
Right.
Now the blow-off valve, its sole purpose is when you're chopping gears, you want the turbo to keep spinning hard. If you're closing the butterfly, and this is all pressurised, then it wants to blow back, which in turn slows the turbo down, and that's when the blow-off valve opens.
This car's also looking for a sponsor.
Yeah, the guy would really like a bit of help. As you can see, he's done a tremendous job.
This is a beautiful looking car.
It's all handmade. We'll start from the exhaust, down the bottom, comes
way
up
down over here.
through the turbocharger, the exhaust goes out, it turns the intake wheel, goes up through the intercooler plumbing, down through the intercooler,
into the intercooler,
which cools the air, up through the intercooler plumbing, past the blow-off valve, into the plenum. From the plenum goes into the throttle bodies, which is what your pedal operates. Picks up some fuel, goes down the intake, which is all handmade, and into the motor, which then, you know, reciprocates and makes power. It's got 330 at the wheels. It's
just a nice, clean car, isn't it? Oh, absolutely beautiful. All right. Come on, pop the bonnet. This is not the sort of thing you'd expect to see in the average RX-3 four-door.
Okay, it's basically a Series 6 engine block out of a Batman RX-7. Rebuilt the motor and internals, the larger turbo, intercooler, radiator, oil cooler, plumbing, just a normal deal. 2-rotor, 13B, pre-fuel ported, and it's also fuel injected.
If you want to check them out, kiwire.com. Mint car, was it? Good luck this year on the drag strip.
Thank you very much.
We'd like to see you in the 9s.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see me there too.
Going now.
Hey folks, cheers for joining us tonight.
Yes, don't forget also to get onto the website, importx.co.nz, and get talking away on that forum.
That's right, and of course the road safety message, keep the racing off the streets and on your nearest track, folks.
And it's only a couple of months till Nationals as well, so support those local events. The more you support them, the more chance they're going to happen.
You better believe it. Hey, big ups to Craig. Cheers for the wheels, man.
Cheers, boys!
Shouldn't we have 3 more?
Yes.
Join us next time for more hardcore Kiwi car porn right here on ImportX Silk.
Don't forget, when you're at your BK, order any meal, mention ImportX and get a free upsize.